We all enjoy watching movies with steamy scenes, but not everyone considers the psychological issues of the characters we are drawn to. Recently, films featuring significant amounts of sexual violence and sadism have gained popularity. This may seem romantic to some female audiences, but what lies beneath those attractive faces? Let's discuss Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey. Christian Grey, the enigmatic protagonist of 50 Shades of Grey, embodies a character that many are captivated by on the surface. His wealth, charm, and control make him irresistibly magnetic. However, beneath the polished exterior lies a far more complex, and at times, disturbing psychological profile. As we delve deeper into his character, it becomes clear that his persona is a facade, concealing a deeply troubled man haunted by past trauma. Christian's need for control extends far beyond his professional life. It seeps into his personal relationships, particularly his romantic and sexual encounters. His insistence on dominance, contracts, and the rigid boundaries he sets with Anastasia Steele are not just part of the BDSM dynamic but are symptoms of his profound fear of emotional intimacy. These boundaries allow him to engage in relationships without truly letting someone in, protecting him from vulnerability. It's a defense mechanism, one that masks the pain of childhood abuse and abandonment. To many, Christian's cold and calculated demeanor may seem like the perfect image of power, but in reality, it highlights his fragility. The power dynamics he craves in the bedroom are a way to compensate for the lack of control he felt in his early life. The traumatic experiences he endured as a child, being neglected and exposed to his mother's destructive lifestyle, left him with scars that run deep. His perception of love, intimacy, and trust became distorted at a young age, which fuels his desire to keep emotions at bay. For some viewers, this level of control might seem alluring, even romantic, especially when combined with Christian's outward appearance of success and allure. But what's often overlooked is the darker undercurrent of his behavior. Christian's emotional unavailability, his reluctance to let anyone see his vulnerabilities, and his reliance on BDSM as a means of maintaining power in relationships are all indicative of someone struggling to cope with trauma. Rather than confronting his emotional wounds, he hides behind a veil of dominance and detachment. This brings us to an important question: is Christian Grey a romantic hero, or is he a damaged man seeking healing through unhealthy means? His journey throughout 50 Shades of Grey reveals a person who is desperately searching for control in a world that once made him feel powerless. His relationship with Anastasia begins to challenge his tightly held defenses, forcing him to confront the very emotions he's worked so hard to suppress. Christian Grey's story is not just one of romance and eroticism, it's also a deep exploration of how past traumas can shape and distort our perceptions of love and intimacy. While some might romanticize his domineering nature, it's crucial to recognize the psychological scars that drive his actions. Beneath the alluring, dominant exterior is a man who is as vulnerable as anyone else, struggling to make sense of his emotions and find peace with his past. The question that arises in the end is, would Christian have been considered so attractive if he weren't rich and successful? Or is it that if you're rich, you have psychological traumas, but if you're poor, you're just a common pervert? Leave your thoughts in the comments below the video, and we'll keep following the new characters. Good luck!